Sorry, I had to break this into two videos because of the time limit on the screencast tool I'm using. But as I was saying, there's a limit to the number of prints in the New York Public Library digital collections under the genre of botanical illustrations. This could be remedied with an expansion into other institutions that have botanical illustrations in their archive collections, such as the Smithsonian or New York Botanical Garden. But the smaller scope of this kind of first run of this type of project maybe also adds a little bit of feeling of specialness to collecting a piece of art because it might be not all of your observations match to an art piece. So when it does, it makes that print you've found and collected a little bit more special. And so moving on, another idea that kind of matches or mirrors in my observations that tool on iNaturalist, where you can compare the photo that you just took to um, verified photos of a species in order to match your photo with the species. This is an idea within my art collections, the new profile section, where when you click on a print in your grid of my art collections, your photo that corresponds to that art print will pop up, and you can be able to compare those two side by side and see the similarities. So say this is my example of bloodroot that I observed, and this is the historical print for bloodroot from the public library. You can really see the similarity in the shapes of the leaves, the type of stem. You can't see the roots, but you can, transfer the visualization of the roots onto your own plant and see how the roots connect. And it's just a cool way to combine the two and see that, this print is beautiful, but it also has um, scientific value and historical value in seeing how accurate they were even, centuries ago, recording the structure of plants and how that has lasted through preservation and archiving. And so, as part of the compare my observation with my art, maybe there would be a couple of clickable links. Learn more about this art would link to, again, the page on New York Public Library that contains information on the species, and then going back, or not information on the species, but information on the botanical print that you've selected, and then maybe another clickable link with some information about the collaboration between New York Public Library and iNaturalist, so people can understand, why these two different organizations are collaborating, and that it's really to bring together, nature and art and science in like a fun, collaborative, interactive way. And so for this, maybe it links back, even if it's a demo run or a beta run of this type of project, back to the project proposal that summarizes what the project entails overall. And so then, just to close out this walkthrough, some project inspiration for this proposal really came from first using iNaturalist over the years, and just the appreciation of the species ID tool, which is really helpful and is really neat, and the technology behind it is pretty amazing. And then thinking of that, I thought of another tool that was really popular a few years ago, and this is through Google Arts and Culture. They had an art selfie app where basically you could snap a photo of yourself or snap a photo of your pet, and it was the same thing. Google Arts and Culture was using image recognition technology to match your face with features in works of art collected in museums and galleries. And so here's an example. This is my dog, and he was matched to this piece of art in the Musée d'Orsay in Paris. And so both of these use very similar modeling to match images together. And another more on the fun side inspiration for this proposal came from a lot of interactive video games that incorporate nature and collecting. One of them being Animal Crossing, which is a huge franchise, and within the game you actually can collect specimens of bugs or fossils and even art and donate it to your in-game museum. And a lot of the art it matches real world art. And so just thinking about that aspect of going outside and collecting things and then organizing your collection in a little museum. And then another game that is sort of similar is Pokemon Go, where players go outside and you use your mobile phone to catch Pokemon through your phone camera and collect Pokemon that way. And so this was just some of the inspiration that got me started on this project. And so that's it. That's our collecting in your own backyard. Thank you for watching. And again, this was my proposal for Archival Lab Remix. Thank you.